Today we're going to be in a new tab in your OneNote notebook. It's called Week 2 Digital Assignments, and I'm going to work 2 or 3 of the examples on the page entitled Applications. And it looks like this, and there are a lot of problems, and we're going to do just 2 or 3, and then I'm going to assign you 2 or 3, and that's going to be that. The first example we're going to do today is number 5. There are initially 8 frogs living in a pond in the back of a farm. The number of frogs can be described by the formula, and this formula is given to you here. How many years will it take for the population of frogs to grow to 100 if the model continues? So we're going to put in a final population of the frogs for P, for the population, with a starting population or an initial population of 8. And then we want to solve this equation for T to know how many years that is going to take. So the first thing we need to do on these problems, just like in the assignment from Friday, is isolate this exponential expression. So I'm going to do that by dividing both sides by 8. 100 divided by 8 is 12.5. is equal to e to the 0.2 t power. And then we want to use our strategy for solving for a variable that's in an exponent by taking the log of both sides of the equation. And in this case, because the base of this exponent is e, I want to take the base e log of both sides of the equation. So that would be the ln. So I'm going to ln both sides of the equation. And when I do that, when I ln e to a power, ln is log base e, and since the base of the exponent is e, those cancel out. So that's just 0.2t is equal to the ln of 12.5. And then to finish solving that, I just simply divide both sides by, whoops, I always do that, by 0.2. And I can simply find that on my calculator by doing ln of 12.5 divided by 0.2. So t is equal to approximately 12.6 years. Okay, so that's the idea in these problems, is to solve them using logs. Let's scroll down to number 9. Number 9 is a continuously compounded interest problem. And you can see the formulas for compound interest up there. And since it's continuously compounded interest, I want to use this formula, the PERT formula. So number 9 starts out and it says that Mrs. Copeland invested a sum of money in a CD earning 8% interest compounded continuously. And there's our keyword, continuously. If she made the investment on January 1st, 2005, and the account was worth $12,000 on January 1st, 2009, what was the original amount in the account? So if we're going to use our PERT formula, and for 8% interest, remember you want to use 0.08 for your R. I'm going to use the PERT formula. My final amount that I'm interested in is $12,000, and my starting amount is what I need to find. The original amount would be the amount she started with. E is the number E, R would be 0.08, and T, well, how many years is it from 2005, January 1st of 2005 to January 1st, 2009? Yes, that is 4 years. So this is the equation that I want to solve. So basically, I'm just trying to get P by itself, and I'm going to do that by dividing both sides of the equation by E to the 0.08 times 4 power. Now you can multiply that out if you want to. So 12,000 divided by e to the 0.08 times 4, and that gives me $8,713.79. Okay, and I'm going to, for the purposes of the next problem, I'm going to round that to $8,714 just to make it easier. Because the next problem is asking us how much or how long it will take her money to double. So we now have found the starting amount of $8,714, and we want to know how long it's going to take that to double. Well, if I multiply 8,714 times 2, that is going to give me 17,428. 17,428 for my final amount. 8,714 as my starting amount. My interest rate is still 8%, and I want to know how long that is going to take. So I'm still using my A equals PE to the RT formula. What happens here when I divide both sides by 8,714, this just ends up being equal to 2. 2 equals E to the 0.08t. And just like before, I'm going to take the natural log of both sides of my equation. I'm just going to add that in there. And when I ln e to the 0.08t power, these cancel each other out, and I'm just equal to 0.08t. I left off my 2. And so to finish solving that for t, I'm just going to simply divide both sides by 0.08. So on my calculator, I'm going to type in ln 2 divided by 0.08. And that gives me approximately 8.7 years. All right. And I think we'll do one more, number 11. You can stay on for this example if you feel like you need to, and if not, you can go ahead and sign out of this. Mr. Rogers had $1 million in life insurance, which went to his wife upon his passing when she was only 46 years old. She invested the money in an account paying 7.5% interest compounded continuously. That tells me to use my PERT formula. Approximately how old will Mrs. Rogers be when the account reaches a value of $5 million? So our final amount here is $5 million. One more zero. And our starting amount was $1 million. Our interest rate is 7.5%, which we will represent as 0.075, and we want to solve that for t. So to solve this for t, I'm going to divide both sides by a million. And that gives me 5 is equal to e to the 0.075t. I'm going to ln both sides of the equation. And that gives me ln 5 is equal to, these cancel out, 0.075t. And if I divide both sides by 0.075, that will tell me how long it takes the money to grow from $1 million to $5 million. So let's get our calculators. Okay, so about 21 years. That's how long it will take it to multiply times 5. So anyway, that is it for today. I'm only assigning you, I think, 3 of these problems, and then we're going to be reviewing this unit for the rest of the week and working on a focus sheet. You guys come to the help session if you have any questions, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.